Hi, welcome to the deck tech video of the Black and Blue Energy Spells deck. Um, I created the gameplay yesterday, and now I'm going to release the deck tech video. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Was pretty fortunate winning 3 games in a row with the gameplay video. Um, the second game, we were fortunate from the opponent having a couple misplays. And yeah, everything sort of just fell into place. So let's begin with the deck tech video. Um, Running 23 lands and 37 spells. So starting things off with Gontai's Machinations. Very useful card in this deck. Uh, Pretty much you get a life energy counter for every time you lose life each turn, and you pay 2 energy counters, and you sacrifice Gontai's Machinations. Each opponent loses 3 life, and you gain life equal to the life lost this way. So it's very useful. I run 3 in this deck. And next one is Select for Inspection. Um, I didn't have this card in here not until recently. I had it in for the gameplay video, but before that, I had a different version of this deck, and I wasn't running Select for Inspection. But this card is useful because it only costs 1 mana, and if you have your towers out, you can get energy counters, and you can cast a spell for really cheap, and pretty much set the opponent back a turn by returning one of his more powerful creatures, and also you can scry one. I'm only running 2 of them in here. Then I'm running the Thief. Um, he's valuable because he has Flash, and most of the time the opponent doesn't see this creature coming. Not be, Just because many people don't run this creature in their deck. Um, and if you send him out, if you cast him with the Flash ability, then you can sneak in an extra energy counter. And if he sticks around and you don't have much going on, then you can pay 3 energy counters and draw a card, which for a few games that has come to be useful um, in a situation where it's you know it's sort of a stalemate going on between you and an opponent, and you need to find answers. You can use that ability. And next card is the Siphoner. Very useful creature in this deck. Um, when he enters the battlefield, you get an energy counter, and when he attacks, you get an energy counter. So as long as the opponent only has 1 creature on the battlefield, then you can just keep attacking and keep accruing the energy counters. And then the biggest thing with this creature is that you can draw cards. So you pay 2 energy counters and you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So um, running two creatures in that with in this deck of the Siphoner. Then I'm running 2 of the Aether Meltdown. Very useful enchantment to sort of neutralize um, flying vehicles, such as the Smuggler's Copter and the Harvester, and even the Heart of Koran. And maybe some other creatures that are proving a threat to our life total or to the our planeswalkers. Gives us 2 energy counters and gives -4 to the creature. Then I'm running Grasp of Darkness. Only 2 of these um, because I'm also running um, 2 Murderers. So I decided just to run 2 Grasp of Darkness. And very useful spell. And if we have the towers out there, then it gives us energy. Then I'm running 2 trophy mages. I used to run 3, but I took one out um, just because it's not a very useful creature when it's on the battlefield. It's only 2/2, but it is useful because it searches for artifacts. Um, but I just decided to keep 2 in, and when I made the gameplay video, having that one less trophy mage in deck didn't really affect our chances of winning. So I don't see why we have to put a third one, but you never know. So I just like to keep 2 in there. And when she enters the battlefield, you search for an artifact card with converted mana cost 3. Reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle your library. So yeah, as you can see, I'm running 7 artifact cards that all cost mana cost of 3. So I'm running 2 harvesters. We get 2 energy counters. You pay 1, and you can get lifelink. That's a big thing in this deck because sometimes it can be a bit slow in the beginning, and you need to gain life later in the game. And then the most important card in this deck is the Dynavolt Tower. You get 2 energy counters whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, and you pay 5 counters to do 3 damage to target creature or player. And then I'm running 3 Consular Turrets. This is a very useful card in this deck simply because it gives us more energy. And then in late game stages, the second ability can be useful with pay 3 energy and do 2 damage to target player. Then I'm also playing 2 Imprison in the Moons to get rid of basically planeswalkers and any creatures that I can't remove that are indestructible or pretty much indestructible, or any creature that's large that I can't get rid of for some reason. Very useful enchantment. And then I'm running 2 Murders. Okay, very useful removal. Only costs 3 and pretty much can remove anything that the opponent may have on board. And then I'm running Liliana. Liliana because if we get to ultimate her, then that's just amazing for our chances of winning. And also can give us a little more time to work with her +1 ability of making an opponent's creature -2, -1. And then I'm running Kalitas. Since I'm running so much removal between the removal spells and removal from the Dynavolt Tower, the Kalitas can prove to be very useful with creating zombies, 2/2 zombies, and also gaining us life, which is pretty important. Then I'm running 1 Yahenni's Expertise. I decided just to run 1. Very useful removal to pretty much clear the board of anything that's small under 3 toughness, and we get to cast a card with mana cost 3 or less from our hand without paying its mana cost. Then I'm running Tezzeret, the Schemer. This Planeswalker, it is useful, but the biggest thing is if we are little mana screwed, then obviously its +1 ability is very useful. And then its -2 ability is very useful as well. In case we don't have any removal in hand, we can play him to remove a pretty powerful creature. But its biggest thing is the ultimate. If we can get to the ultimate as quickly as possible, then our hand is a bit quicker I mean, our deck is a bit quicker than it normally is. Then I'm running 2 Multiform Wonders. An extremely useful creature, can be a very good blocker in times where we have to protect our life total, and also is a very valuable creature to gain its life. You can pretty much give it lifelink and fine, and +2, -2, and it can gain its life. I'm sorry for my dog barking. Someone is knocking at the door. Then I'm also running 2 Confiscation Coops. A very useful card. Gives us energy. We pretty much steal anything that the opponent may have. I'm running the Jace. Very useful. Keeps us drawing cards, which is very important in his deck. And then I'm only running 1 Whale and 1 Aether Squall Ancient. 2 very big creatures that are very useful in this deck. And here's our mana situation. 8 islands, 5 swamps, 2 sunken hollows, 2 drowned catacombs, 3 ether hubs to keep giving us energy, and 3 evolving wilds to sort of with the mana fixing. And here's the curve. 5 1-drops, 8 2-drops, 14 3-drops, 3 4-drops, 5 5-drops, and 1 6-drop, and 1 7-drop. So that's the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you guys think. Any suggestions for improvements, leave in the comments. And thank you very much for watching the deck take video. I hope to see you in other future videos, and goodbye.